Welcome to Instablog's Global Report. This is Sukhmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: white-collar jihadis becoming cause of concern for India. Philippines considers China's help on milk crisis. Chicken manure to power 90,000 homes in Netherlands. And comments by a member of Nobel Award jury leaves many in US fuming. White-collar jihadis have become a cause for growing concern following the arrest of technology-savvy members of a militant group that exploited insecure wireless networks to send messages. The suspects sent emails claiming responsibility for serial bombings in the major Indian cities of Delhi and Ahmedabad. CJ Radhika, concerned by development, advises citizens to be more vigilant.
This is Radhika, a citizen journalist reporting from India. It is extremely worrying that Islamist terror groups have targeted the information technology and engineering sectors in a successful effort to give India's jihadist movement a quantum jump in skills and ideological focus. Till his arrest, believed to be a model citizen, Muhammad Mansoor Asghar Pir Bhoi worked as a software engineer at multinational Yahoo India. Is a part of the militant group which sent email claiming responsibility for serial bombings in the major Indian cities. We need to be vigilant and patch poorly secured wireless networks, especially after the arrest of technology-savvy members of a militant group that exploited insecure wireless networks to send messages. The technique used by the militants is similar to war driving, where hackers roam around to detect and access Wi-Fi networks with security weaknesses. India has recently witnessed a spate of serial bomb blasts that has put the country in a state of alert. We, as citizens, need to be more vigilant and perform our own bit cautiously and responsibly.
Philippines is considering asking China to help out businessmen in the country who imported milk products contaminated with melamine. The government is expected to make a representation with the Chinese embassy to seek compensation for the businessmen who incurred losses. CJ Grace Calderon wants the Philippines authorities to pick up the responsibility of representing the affected business in dealings with China.
This is Grace Calderon, citizen journalist for Instablogs, reporting from the Philippines. Two groups of people have suffered as a result of melamine-tainted Chinese milk powder: those who consume the milk and milk products, and employees and business owners of related industries. The first group includes those who have suffered physical harm. The second group consists of owners and employees of firms that purchased contaminated powder for use in their products and then had to take them off the shelves. These businesses have incurred financial losses, and the scandal has tarnished their reputations. There are also other manufacturers whose products do not contain tainted milk, but who have still suffered because many consumers remain afraid of buying dairy products. These businesses have lost orders and their reputations have been damaged. Several manufacturers and retailers have recalled and destroyed products that contain milk imported from China. Since many companies fear retribution in claiming direct compensation from the Chinese government, Philippine authorities should pick up the responsibility to represent these companies in dealing with China.
The world's largest biomass power plant running exclusively on chicken manure has opened in the Netherlands, which will deliver renewable electricity to 90,000 households. The project will give a major boost to green energy within the country. CJ Rob Jongshap gives us details on the environmental-friendly, non-polluting venture.
This is Rob Jongshap, citizen journalist from the Netherlands, reporting on Instablogs. Many European countries, including the Netherlands, suffer under an excess of different types of animal manure that pollute the environment. A cool solution of this problem is using it for the generation of electrical power. This is what happens in the world's largest biomass power plant, running exclusively on chicken manure, just opened in the Netherlands. It will deliver renewable electricity to 90,000 households. The biomass power plant has a capacity of 36.5 megawatts and will generate more than 270 million kilowatt-hour electricity per year. By using the manure for power generation, the release of methane is avoided. The biomass power plant will utilize approximately 440,000 tons of chicken manure, roughly 1/3 of the total amount produced each year in the Netherlands.
As the Swedish Academy enters final deliberations for this year's award, Permanent Secretary Horace Engdahl has said that the United States is too insular and ignorant to compete with Europe when it comes to great writing. The comments have invoked fuming response from many within the United States. CJ Prince Campbell not only refutes the comment but also provides a tall list of distinguished American writers.
This is Prince Campbell, citizen journalist from the U.S. reporting on Instablogs. Anybody who has read Mark Twain will be fast to point out his famous quotation. While I go so far as to say that any library is a good library that does not contain a volume by Jane Austen, even if it contains no other book. The quotation tells us about the hyperbole attached to the decisions by some people who have taken up the power to tell us what is good or bad. And the United States have been a sufferer in this regard. Why not how much the United States has always been in the forefront in supporting creativity, and writers such as Hemingway, John Steinbeck, Toni Morrison, John Updike, etc. have produced pathbreakers. Such names have never found the deserved appreciation. It's a shame that a high member of a award jury says that the United States is too insular and ignorant to compete with the writers of Europe.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.